Let me tell you about Secondary Color Gal. Oh my gosh. I just attended my first opening reception for the first gallery art show that my work has been featured in. I'm really biting myself, I can't believe that I am showing. I'm an artist who shows her work. Oh my god. So, how did I get into the art show? Actually, one of my line sisters tagged me in a post that the co-owner of the gallery, Darren, posted on Threads. I have no memory of doing this. I don't remember seeing the post. I respond to a lot of stuff. I respond to it, I guess I leave my information, and I go on about my life, right? Not even thinking about it, obviously, because I don't remember doing it. A couple weeks later, I get an email through my website, and it's basically just describing the show. Hey, we're having a show at this gallery, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. I'm like, abso-freaking-lutely. So I respond, abso-freaking-lutely. No, but I say yes, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in a show. So I had started working on Baby Mama the Black Madonna even before I had went to Chicago for Black Girl Art Show. But as I have shared before, let's just say I didn't prepare correctly for Black Girl Art Show. And I did not see the results that I was hoping to see. And so it kind of left me feeling a little down. And as any artist knows, when you're feeling down, when you're not feeling your best, sometimes it can be difficult to create. And so that was the situation for me. It was very difficult for me to return to my canvas. And when I did, it was just so slow, so mechanical. I don't even want to do this. It just don't even feel right no more. But then when I found out that I was going to be in the show, I was like, oh, I gotta finish this piece now, because this is my best work. My ideas had evolved, my technique had evolved, my understanding of how to use my materials, my medium had evolved. And so I'm like, I'm not going into no art gallery art show with BS. I'm a Morgan State art grad. I have standards to uphold. Once I finished Baby Mama, then it was like, okay, my mojo working now. I feel my creative juices are flowing. I can make a couple more now. Then I sketched out Primary Color Girl. So I did that, knocked that out, really enjoyed making the piece. Really enjoyed my perspective as the piece was taking shape, my understanding of what it was trying to communicate. And I was like, okay, well, I've knocked out 11 by 14. It didn't take me that long. Maybe now I knock out 16 by 20. So the 16 by 20 that I moved on to was the Mother, the Daughter, and the Holy Spirit. So I sketched that out, and I also sketched out an 11 by 14, which was going to be the sister to Primary Color Gal, Secondary Color Gal. So I sketched that out, and I'm like, all right, bet. Started working on the Mother, the Daughter, and the Holy Spirit. That piece, oh my god, that piece was so challenging because I used my layering technique, which is usually just seen in the crown work. That technique takes a lot of time, and it's typically only in small areas. But this time I decided to do that technique with all the same color yarn, so it's solid, but over a very large area of canvas. And oh my god, I would work a small section and look up and 3 hours pass. And I'm like, I have a whole life to take care of. Oh my god. So let me tell you, the snowstorm hit. Because the snowstorm hit, that meant that my son didn't have to go to school. So I wasn't necessarily on any type of sleep system now. So now it's finals week at Morgan. I'm up all through the night just working, not taking no breaks. I'm being powered off iced coffee in the morning and water throughout the day, just working. I would have 9 to 12 hour sessions every single day. Even what's supposed to be my rest days, I'm working at least 6 hours on these pieces. The Mother, the Daughter, and the Holy Spirit took the absolute longest. Now I'm moving on to Secondary Color Gal. Let me tell you about Secondary Color Gal. Oh my god, she shocked me today. I made her 2 weeks ago. She shocked me today. She the reason I picked up this phone. You hear me? So I'm sitting here in this very spot looking at all of my work. I'm looking at Secondary Color Gal and I'm like, oh man, you know, this is so pretty. Like I'm really like paying attention to, oh yeah, I remember when I did that. Oh yeah, I remember, you know, I remember how I got that kind of pattern. You know, just reflecting on my work. From out of nowhere, boom, I see another face inside her face. And I said, I beg your pardon, who are you? Hello? Who is that? Who is that? Girl, it's a whole nother person. What do you mean? But isn't that so fitting that Secondary Color Gal will have a second face in it? I think, okay, she did that. She did that. Respect. I finished secondary Color Gal on, I want to say a Thursday. And by then, like, I'm feeling it. I'm running on fumes now. I'm like, oh, you know. But because of the snow, again, the drop-off date got postponed. So now, not only do I have all of this time to work on the pieces, but I have more time until I hit my deadline. So I'm like, all right, I finished Secondary Color Gal on a Thursday. I don't got to turn this stuff in until Monday. I bet you I could do another piece. Sketched out another piece and it was 'Cause It's Mine. And the crazy thing about how 'Cause It's Mine came along is that, like I said, I was running on fumes by this point, but I still made that piece so intricate. And like I'm like having an out of body experience watching myself draw all these like I made a template for this Sankofa bird, and I'm like, okay, but you still gonna have to freehand it because that template is too small. Like, mind you, I'm running on fumes. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I just start knocking it out. Then I got the nerve to do the layered shadow on the neck. I started there. Why would you choose to do that pattern and you're dead tired knowing it takes the longest? But I'm like, I need to see what this look like if I do it like this. So I mushed myself in the face and said, get back. Shoe fly don't bother me. I got stuff to do. Also, another detail that I don't typically do was the closed eye or the wink. So I've never done a wink in yarn in general. I've never done a wink before. And so I get to the top lid, and you know, of course, the lid, I usually only have a top lid, and of course it's colorful. So I'm like, all right, I add my color. Then I get to the bottom lid and I'm like, so what go here? So I think at first I did skin tone, and I didn't like it. So I was like, this wasn't supposed to be an eyeliner, but Sissy about to just have eyeliner because I don't know what else to do. Like, I didn't really think this through when I was sketching it out, and now it's looking at me and it don't make sense with the yarn. So I'm like, okay, so that's how it was supposed to be, just like a closed eye. But it ended up being like a really glamorous winged eyeliner, which I'm not mad at. It's gorgeous. Oh, the orange blush. So I remember overhearing someone talk about how orange blush is really good for dark-skinned women, and like you would be surprised. So I was like, oh, like I just always like kept that in the back of my head. Like, yeah, orange blush is good for Black women. So I had never done, though, if you look back, I've never done orange on the cheeks. So I was like, I'm gonna do orange. So I did orange for her blush, which was, yes, 8 down. The blue eyeliner, it's giving 80s glam, grown woman, Miss Ma'am. And then when I got done with the face, I looked at it and my paternal grandmother was looking at me and I was like, oh, this look like grandma. So I almost named the piece her nickname, which I don't think she'd be too happy with me saying. So I won't say it, but I almost named the piece that, and then because of what I just said, I was like, maybe I shouldn't. The crown piece was going to be blue, but I decided that like very last minute, I was like, no, I think I want it to be purple for royalty. I was thinking like for royalty. But then when I got done with the crown, I looked at it again and I was like, that sure was grandma's favorite color, purple. When I first started creating portraits of Black women in my particular style, I knew that it wasn't going to be anything hyper realistic. So I would always have to be inventing or using my creativity to determine what's next in a person's face. So my initial prayer when I started making these portraits, even before the yarn, was to my ancestors, to the women in my ancestral lineage, to lend me their features and to guide me through the process, allow themselves to come through and be shown in my artwork. So to look up and see my father's mother looking at me, I was just like, okay, thanks. Like, that's pretty cool. That was the last piece I finished. I finished that one in about 36 hours, maybe more, 36, 45, something like that, over a span of 3 days. I don't know how, I don't know how we made it. Shout out to my son. We made it through these last few weeks. The opening reception was yesterday. It was my first opening reception. It was amazing. My art is hanging on the walls and my family is there. My friends are here. The only thing that would have made it better is if my feet weren't hurting. But oh man, it was the best night ever. And I'm just so freaking thankful. I'm so thankful. My heart is so full. But yeah, I'm just excited. All right, I'm gonna stop talking. Bye.